Hello, everybody. Let's get something straight. When somebody cheats on you, it says everything about them, but nothing about your worth. If you are right there sitting right now thinking, what did I do wrong? What else could I've done to save this? Is it my fault? What's wrong? You're asking the wrong question. This video is not about them, it's about you. And how can you build yourself back up after somebody wanted you down? Welcome to the next episode. Hello, everybody. For those who don't know me, my name is Oriana, and I'm here to speak from my heart to you. Thank you for coming one more time to my channel. And I'm doing all of this because if I can get somebody a shortcut, I will. Happily so. First, let's talk about the lies we tell ourselves when something like this happens to us. When somebody betrays our trust and cheats on us, and what is the first thing we say? Because our brain is trying to justify this behavior. Maybe we're like, maybe if I was prettier, maybe if I was funnier, maybe if I didn't nag him so much, maybe if I was easier to deal with, maybe if I was... Stop it. I need you to stop that right now. I need you to break that mindset because betrayal has nothing to do with you and everything to do with that person's character and their emotional maturity and how they cowardly move through the world and their two faces, two stories. It's not about you. The other person's character is flawed. They are not trustworthy. And whatever is the reason why they did it, maybe they wanted to teach you a lesson, to put you on your place because they think that you are X, Y, and Z. Or maybe it's because they got bored, the grass is greener on the other side. There's nothing you could have done because a person with emotional maturity and that respects you and loves you, they would not go behind your back knowing the consequences and choosing to destroy what you guys have if they really care. Never happened before. And I don't want these people to gaslight you and be like, oh, I cheated. Or maybe they never said they cheated, but like, oh yeah, it was a mistake. That was a choice. That was a choice that you took, taking all the risk, and then you went for it. You knew the consequences of your actions, and then you still took the most selfish decision that you could and went for it anyways. If you disregard our relationship, if you get caught, just take it. That's the least you can do. Own it. Be better. Accept it. Change. But you can't even do that. They can't even do that most of the time. I'm telling you, their character is flawed. It's not you, it's them. And please don't internalize somebody else's lack of integrity. If they lack integrity, it does not have anything to do with you. Maybe you're like, oh, I should have taken a better choice. How would you know if they're so good lying? They're not gonna come in your life being like, yeah, look, I'm a cheater, I'm this, I'm that, take it or leave it. Said no cheater ever. You were lied to, and that's fine. Well, that's not fine, but it happens to all of us. It's not your fault. And once you see the first sign of how their integrity and their values are, that's when you have to make a choice. Now let's talk about how cheaters reflect. Like they have this kind of like reflection effect when they're doing things, so you can identify they are doing some shady stuff. All right. Infidelity is about escapism. I hope I said that right. It's about the ego. It's about insecurities. Maybe they're lazy emotionally. Cheaters don't cheat just because they're lacking something. They cheat because they lack integrity. They lack honesty. They lack communication skills. And they lack accountability. I think everybody has met somebody very close to them, because I think, at least in my surroundings, is very, very, very common to see somebody that can never take any blame. Like they are untouchable, they are perfect, they are everything. And when they do something, because we're all human, they are like No, but I was pushed doing so. No, it was somebody else's fault. And justifying their behavior and blaming the other, run and lie and betrayal. But then when they talk about it, it's like they were the victims the whole time. It's because these people cannot take accountability. They cannot recognize that they're hurting other people because they don't care about other people's emotions. They don't care about your feelings. They just care about them and what they want in that moment. And how is that a reflection of you? It is not. So after somebody does this horrible thing to us, how do we heal? How do we trust ourselves? How do we trust other people? It's gonna take some time. But what I want you to know is that whatever you're feeling is valid. If you're angry, if you're sad, if you're confused, if you're grieving, if you're obsessed, everything is valid. Because we as humans are trying to get comfort and we're trying to find our place, and we attach ourselves to this identity with these other people, and then we live in this reality because we work so hard on that reality, right? And when somebody shows their true colors, it's so hard to see ourselves again because we are very attached to that reality. So whatever you feel after you find out that it was all a facade, it's valid. You're fine. It's okay. But as I said previously, don't dwell on it. I am the biggest fan of therapy. Therapy and journaling and getting to the bottom of it and cry when you need to, feel sad when you need to, but then keep going. It's the best thing you can do for yourself. Also, reconnecting with your passions. Before that person, who were you? What did you like to do? When you were a kid, what did you want to do when you grew up? Are you there? Can you be better? And also be surrounded with people that know your worth and love you. Also, we heal by limiting access to our presence and energy to that toxic person. Don't let them have access to you anymore. They lost that privilege when they disrespected you. And then glow up, girl. Glow up, shine bright. And then, as I said previously, watch from the top and let them stay at the bottom where they belong. Every time somebody breaks your heart is an opportunity. I know when it just happens, it is so hard, but believe me, it is an opportunity to be stronger, wiser, to set standards how you deserve to be treated, and becoming that person that you always wanted to be. Not from your fears, but from your experiences. It's about being better every day. And now we're gonna talk about reclaiming our power. We're gonna take our focus away from the pain and then take it into the lessons. We're gonna alchemize our pain into lessons, into opportunities, into blessings. We're gonna get that powerful energy, that creation energy. Instead of destruction, we're gonna build. And sometimes betrayal does that. Sometimes it pushes you to a needed glow up, a level up. Now that you found out what you don't want, you can start fighting for what you deserve. Now that you learned those lessons, now you can be different. You can take different choices. Now you're more aware of some kind of lies. But don't blame yourself. Don't dwell on it. Just keep going and pushing, and don't stay down because that's what they want. And we're not gonna get them what they want. We're gonna get ourselves what we want and what we deserve. And how we get what we deserve is boundaries. Setting boundaries is so important. It's about self-love, and it's not about letting betrayal make you bitter. It's about betrayal making you better and bolder and shining brighter and beautiful and all the B words that you want. You know what I mean? All I want to say is that you're not broken. You're not stupid. You are not hard to love. You were just loyal and attached to somebody that didn't deserve access to you. But now you are in your era, and they don't dictate how you feel or what you're gonna do anymore. And that's why they don't get a ticket to watch. Okay, so now we're on that section of the chapter where I answer you guys' DMs or comments or whatever you guys want me to answer to in this section, in this Q&A session. If you want to be featured in the next episode, all you gotta do is just DM me on any of my socials, and I'll just give you my output, my input. I don't know, my second language is English, bear with me. Okay, let's go with the first one. Why do I still want him back even after he cheated? That's it. Short and sweet. You know why, girl? Because love doesn't disappear just because somebody did something. Sometimes it does, and that's a blessing, but most of the time, our feelings for that person are not going to change, and it's going to be this huge gap in between I love them with all I got, and also I can't believe they did this to me. So just because they did something to you, that doesn't mean that the other feelings are gone. And that's why you have to grieve and accept and move on. You know, it's like trauma bonding. You know, wanting somebody is not the same as needing them. Maybe you just crave that security of having somebody on your side, or that getting comfortable with them and everything. So sometimes that's the issue. But don't dwell on it. Just always choose yourself no matter what. If you want to take him back, well, now you know what kind of person it is. I wouldn't, but it's on you. Now that you see it, don't try to justify it. And if you want him back, that's normal, but choose yourself first. Okay, let's go with the next one. I gave my boyfriend everything. I cooked, I supported his dreams, I paid for stuff. And now he left me for a girl who does nothing for him. That's why. That's exactly why. When he was with you, he wasn't looking for a partner. He was looking for a mother that did everything for him. And that's what you were doing. You were being a mom. I'm sorry to be so cutthroat, but that's what you were doing. Mothering him. You know, some men don't want to be loved so deeply, even when they're claiming that they do, they don't, because they start to resent you. Like, it's like when your mom tries to tell you to do certain stuff and you feel low because she knows best, and you're like, oh, shut up, I can't wait until I leave home because I can't stand you. That sometimes that's how they act as well, like teenagers with low emotional intelligence. And then you are in this place when you are a barber or the builder, trying to make him feel good and trying to fix his problems and trying to be everything he needs. And this is exactly what happens. Let him figure it out. Let him do whatever he wants to do. Because at the end of the day, I think he wanted a significant other, not this mom and son relationship. And I'm so sorry that I said it like that, but that's how I feel right now. Now, as you can see, he didn't want anybody to do all those things for him anyways. And then he didn't appreciate it too. So it's not your loss, it's his loss. And now you have to watch out how you give out your energy and your time in the future. Now, give it all if you are not receiving all as well. Just match energies. That's all I can say. And we're going to the third and last one. Everyone around me is getting married, having babies, and starting business. I feel stuck and left behind. All I'm going to say is that you're not late. There's not competition going on. If you see somebody younger doing the things that you wanted to do, is because they put in the work and they had the answers before you did, but that's fine. You can start over at any time in your life. As long as you can breathe and think and enjoy yourself, you can start over on whatever you want to do and whatever you want to be. Maybe when you have your dreams, you realize you don't want that anymore. Maybe when you don't want that anymore and then you start over. Maybe they fire you tomorrow and you start over, and then you have to figure it out. You have to, even when you get that thing, you still have to keep figuring it out. And that's going to happen at every age. You are not late. There is no rush. The only rush you have is the one that you put on yourself to achieve the stuff that you want. Your life isn't a race. is your own personal masterpiece that you're building how you can with the materials that you have. So do you want to have something fast, or do you want to have something real? Do you want to have what the other person has, or do you want to have what you really want? And that is it for the episode of today. Thank you so much, guys, for staying until here. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any issues, or do you have any experiences with somebody that cheated on yours, any toxic person, please leave it down below in the comments. And if you like my content and you want me to continue to do more, please subscribe, so I know that you guys love it as much as I do love making videos for you guys. Alright, well, thank you. I'll see you in the next one.